Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment is brought to you by A.G. Hines Company. When it comes to building a sturdy structure, one that's more energy efficient than wood or steel, well, you got to get to A.G. Hines Company and ask them about Nudura insulated concrete forms. They have, these things are like Lego blocks, but they're supremely strong. We showed you photos a few weeks ago from a hurricane that hit down in Florida, and the one house that was remaining was built with Nudura insulated concrete forms, and they're energy efficient. All kinds of cutting-edge materials, building materials, are available at A.G. Hines Company. They've been there for 100 years, but by gosh, when it comes to what they carry, it's all futuristic stuff. It's the best of tomorrow. aghines.com to learn more. All right. I want to thank these guys for battling traffic. No one knows. T-Dot and Mark Nagy should be telling people what's up, but the traffic in West Knoxville is out there. Thanks to Chuck Cavaleris, Josh Ward, Sterling Hinton, on the walls for battling the elements out there. Appreciate that. Each week we cover a couple of quick questions, and it's best player on the field, worst coaching move. Sterling, I'm going to start with you, so let's just start with the upbeat. Best player on the field yesterday.
But the best player on the field, I think everybody played better, but I'm going with the best play on the field. Is that okay?
No.
Best player. Okay, best player on the field. All right, best player on the field. It's Dylan Sampson without question.
Okay.
Without question yesterday to me.
Okay, yeah. Dylan Sampson.
The way he moved out there and created space in his own way and got run after the catch. He wasn't down with the first hit. Mm-hmm. He put moves on people to make sure. Hey, Texas might take a couple of scholarships away where he took people's shoes away from during yesterday's game. But I'm going with Dylan, man.
Let me go ahead and jump ahead here from my director. If we can get the full screens ready, I want to go ahead and put those up if we can, since we're already talking about Dylan Sampson. There we go. Last week, and Josh brought this to my attention, Dylan put on social media the picture of a caged cheetah. No comments, just pictures of a caged cheetah. Now, I'm not big on that passive aggressive. Well, that's not even passive. I'm not big on that kind of social media stuff from player. At the same time, it seemed to work because he was in there early and often yesterday. Take a look at these numbers, though. And we've been talking about it the last couple of weeks. Why haven't you been using him more? There, and thanks to utsports.com, they do a great job with their graphics. I'm praising them because I just went and stole that. It was late at night. I didn't want to recopy it, so I just stole it. But I encourage you, utsports.com. They do a great job over there. I added up their numbers, or his numbers below. On the year, he has 30 touches for 237 yards, 6 touchdowns. He is averaging 7.9 yards per touch, and he is averaging just 5 touches between touchdowns. I said this last week. I'm now to the point I'm all in. If I'm Josh Heupel, you're going to have to fight me to get him off the field. He's going to be either getting carries or he's going to be lined up taking those swing passes out of the backfield, or we're going to line him up wide and let him catch some of those little horizontal long pitch outs.
That's a good point.
That guy, and granted, they didn't let him play against Florida, the best team they've played. I think that's a mistake, but who knows what's going on behind the scenes. To me, that's a guy, I keep him on the field. You guys agree, disagree? I think he's the most electric player you have.
Yeah, I thought the Alvin Kamara comparison went too far last week when he was on the sideline the whole game. He's a guy that on the field, if you're trying to supplement the run game with quick passing, he is an option there. He's an option as a runner. He has a burst that I think is at a higher level than the rest of his teammates. I think Jalen Wright's still really important for what they're going to do in the run game, but Sampson is a guy that can create more options within the offense.
Yeah, that little jump cut. I mean, who else has that?
Got it.
That was kind of amazing. And then you did the little shovel pass too, right? When he got hit and flipped. But I'm going, no. But yeah, we've said it. He does things that nobody else, not just on that team, but there's a lot of people in college football can do. Yeah. So you need him on the field to give that a little bit of oomph.
Well, I'm going to take it a step further. Even there, like from a defensive standpoint, when you're breaking down the game plan and Tennessee pops up, you're looking at guys who can take it the distance on you. Those are the guys that scare you. And with what Dylan Sampson did yesterday, jump cut, getting exploding, get up out of there, that's something we haven't seen. And I would think if I'm Florida and I'm preparing for Tennessee, number 6 is on my radar. Yeah. Where is that cat at? We got to find him because they're probably going to get the ball to him. So you're absolutely correct on that right there, Chuck. That's a weapon that we've got to use.
Well, and even if you're not using him, it's a decoy to have on the field because they've seen what they can do. I go back to so many people said, well, they should have played Kamara and benched Jalen Hurd. And on this show, Will Overstreet said it, and I said it. And it's especially, why do you have to take either of them off the field?
Yeah.
If you're a creative coach, put them both out there. You had two guys that you could line up as split backs, line up in the eye, move one out, move both, line one up wide, line up one up behind you, move them, flip them. You got them all over the field. Nobody knows where they're coming. You're dictating the offense. I see this as the same kind of guy.
Yeah.
You don't have to, you don't want to take Jalen Wright off the field, so don't.
Don't.
Leave him in there and put Dylan Sampson somewhere out there. I just think there's a potential for a jack of all trades kind of player there. He would be on the field. So does everybody agree he was the best player on the field
most
yesterday?
definitely.
Or does anybody want to go with somebody else?
I think you also have to give some credit to Joe Milton before we move on, correct? I mean, and it's not just the 81-yard run, which is electrifying in itself, but he did some things he hadn't been doing. And then right after that, he even rolled out, right? We've been saying he just stays in the pocket. And he had that little, 0 for 7, 0 for 8 stretch too.
After the
but
knee,
at least he was trying to do some things this offense needs him to do.
Yeah, I would also say, I don't know if he was the best player on the field yesterday, but Aaron Beasley kind of just shows up every time.
Yeah,
and he's a guy that you know what you're going to get from him at linebacker.
In terms of worst coaching move, do we want to retroactively say it was not playing Sampson at Florida? Because I didn't see any bad moves yesterday. You could make a case that they put in some of the backups a little early. But the other side of that is if you get a starter hurt late, then I'm going to be saying, why'd you have your starters playing? So I didn't see any really bad coaching moves.
I would say exactly what you just said. I think we let the foot up off the pedal a little bit second half. With how aggressive we were on offense, how aggressive we were on defense. I would say that's the only thing I would say that was a bad coaching move yesterday. We was too early.
They looked like they served them. Looked like they gave them turkey dinners at halftime. Everybody went to sleep.
I would say Mike Eckler and the staff, whoever's involved, have thought, okay, we need to do a better job with our young guys on special teams. They made mistakes out there, Selden and T-Lander, okay, this is what you can and cannot, should not do on special
Yeah, I
teams.
think Josh Apple called that a little hiccup. I thought it was a big hiccup.
Here's the thing, though. If you're going to have one of those teaching moments, have it against
Yes,
UTSA.
yes,
San Antonio.
most definitely.
And if you're going to look, to me, the worst coaching move was UTSA waiting to put that Owen McCown in the game. I mean, he goes 10 for 10. I think he finished 18 for 20.
Yeah.
Why did you wait until after half to get him on the field?
All right, good job. When we come back, what did yesterday's game have in common with a Seinfeld episode? Find out on the Stoll train. Come on back on the Sports Source.